cool moves from everyone in the class, which I thought was really cool. And same thing for next week. Come up with something new that's all your own. It doesn't have to be new to the world, just new to you. It can be simple, it can be complicated, it can be silly, it can be just a thought, if you had a cool thought. Then what we did is we went back over our isolations from last week, and we added a couple new ones. We added the fist to fist, coming down from the top, opening up the hands, rotating up just as much as you're rotating down to keep it in the same spot, back and forth. And now with this one, we found that you could also turn sideways, and you could do it sideways and rotate it, same move. And this also looks cool. And we also started playing with turning this over, twisting it, and then adding some of our finger rolls from last week and getting to combine some of the snow cone isolations with some of the finger roll isolations. We started doing these sideways walks where we put our fingers, if you'll notice we put our fingers right there. The pinky lines up with the thumb of the other hand so that these 8 fingers are always in a line when you're walking. And remember to do this both ways, like that. And add your squeezes in as you may, etc., etc. We also, since we were doing a whole bunch of stuff in our hands with our fists and these types of isolations, we started to learn to balance on our fist. And anyone that can learn to isolate finger walk on their knuckles, bonus points. Because that's really cool. We learned the daps.
My finger in there. Totally feel it. There we go.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hit me,
yo.
homie. Boom.
Oh! No, I messed up. Ready, set,
Boom.
oh yeah, there we go.
That's what it's all about.
So, from the snow cone, you can go up here. And you can even go to this side, and back, and here. Now, all of these moves we're playing on this part of our fingers. We also found that you can play on this part of your fingers. And when you get really comfortable playing on this part of your fingers, then you allow yourself to learn cool stuff like the cage. So with the cage, you can roll it on the outside, and you can also roll it on the inside, and it makes this really cool cagey thing, which I haven't gotten super fluid yet. But if you look up cage on YouTube, there are some guys who are ridiculous with the cage stuff. So check that out if you like the way that looks. We started getting into body rolls, and we learned this body roll, which is you want to start with your arm flat and lined up on the same level as your shoulder. You don't want it down here or way up here. If it goes way up here, it goes too fast. If it goes down here, usually you end up with a bent elbow, which gives you a bump. And we found that stepping into it really makes it easier. Step into it, and as soon as it gets to your chest, lean back. And this is what's going to allow it to go slower and give you more control. And pick up that other arm. That's for sometimes that's a brain thing. You just got to force yourself to pick up that arm and keep it flat. And as you're picking up that arm, that's slowing down the momentum of the sphere coming around, so it's easier to catch on your hand. The second version of the body roll was the back of the hand to the back of the hand body roll. And you step into it, and you think of your upper body as like a racetrack. You're in ballerina position, and you pick up the elbow, and then the shoulder, and then the other elbow, and then it ends up back around where it started. And with this one, if you cock your wrist at the end, there's a little extra uphill it has to go up before it gets here, which slows it down and makes it easier to catch on the back of your hand. So next week, we're going to go over arm rolls. We're going to go over back of the hand to back of the hand transfer, like this, which is really cool. We're also going to go over the reverse of that, which is back of the hand to elbow to back of the hand. And some other cool stuff as well, including some throw to stall illusions. And yeah, so I hope you guys all had fun, and it's time to go.
Okay, here's what I would like. I would like the 40-second bullet point with no explanation. What did we learn today?
Okay.